Hey guys, it's Laura from ourearlyhouse.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very easy homemade soap using a melt and pour soap base. If you have ever wanted to make your own homemade soap, but you've been a little bit intimidated by all the different things that you have to do with the lye and getting it to the right temperature and a kitchen digital scale and all of those things, then this recipe is for you because this is very simple and we're just gonna be using a soap base. The cool thing about making a melt and pour soap base is that whenever it's melted, you can still customize this and add in whatever you want to it to make it your own personal soap bar. They look really pretty for gifts. You can add in what scent you want. And so you still have all the benefits of customizing your soap without all the extra work. There are several different soap bases that you can use. This is a shea butter soap base. They also have goat's milk, there's coconut milk, there is a honey soap base, aloe vera, a glycerin, so it's clear. There are so many different types of soap base that you can choose from, and all of the soap bases are basically going to be the same thing. You can follow the same recipe no matter which one you pick. Now I picked the shea butter because I love the way that shea butter makes my skin feel. I actually use it in several of my DIY projects like my face moisturizer, my whipped body butter, my lip balm. So I went ahead and went with a shea butter melt and pour soap base, but if you decide to use a different one, you can still follow the same recipe. So the soap base that I got here, it came with 2 big blocks this size, so each block is a pound. So that makes it easy for you to measure how much you're going to make. This morning before making this video, I went ahead and whipped up some of this soap so I would have some to pop out later to show you guys. And so I used a half of a pound, and a half of a pound made 2 soap bars with these little molds that I have. Now I have all of this stuff linked down in the description below. I got everything on Amazon, and so if you want to use these exact ones, you can know that 1 pound is going to make 4 bars of soap. There are so many different ways that you can make your soap. You can add in different dried flowers. I have here some dried chamomile flower, rose petals, lavender. You can add in honey. You can add in whatever essential oils you want. I have some lavender and chamomile here because that's just such a nice smell together, especially if you use the dried lavender. The possibilities are pretty much endless whenever you make these, and like I said, it really makes a very easy way to make a nice customized soap bar for yourself or for a gift if you want to give these to someone for Christmas or Mother's Day or birthday or anything. It's always nice to have something homemade. The first thing we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna turn on here my double boiler. This is just some water here because I'm gonna melt it in this glass bowl right here. So I'm just gonna turn on the double boiler to start getting that water hot and boiling underneath of there. And I am just going to make enough to make 2 bars because like I said, I made a couple bars earlier. So I have here a half of a pound of my melt and pour soap base. And I am just going to, using a serrated knife, I find is the easiest way to do it. I'm just gonna cut these into little pieces so it makes the melting process go a little bit faster. Okay, so now that I have it all cut up into little cubes, I'm just going to place this in my makeshift double boiler here. And like I said, I have the water under there boiling, and I am just going to let this completely melt. And to help speed up the process, you can start occasionally with a wooden spoon just to help everything get melted a little bit faster. Okay, so now that all of my soap base is completely melted, this is the really fun part where you can start adding in whatever you want to customize this soap however you want to make it. So I have here just a little bit of honey. I'm gonna do a lavender chamomile honey soap bar. So I'm just gonna add in just a teeny bit of honey, probably about a teaspoon, and stir it all around in there. And then I'm going to add in about 20 to 25 drops of essential oil. I'm going to do 15 drops of lavender and 10 drops of Roman chamomile. I think that smells so nice together, and this makes a nice calming and relaxing smelling soap bar. And these oils are very gentle on the skin, so they're even good for baby or someone with sensitive skin. And then I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of dried lavender buds. And that's what's gonna make your soap look super fancy. Sprinkle in like that. And then I'm just going to stir it up. And then we're gonna pour them into these soap molds that I have here. Now these soap molds are from Amazon. You can make little heart-shaped ones, you can do flowers, you can do the traditional square soap, however you want to do it. So we're just gonna pour it into the soap molds. And like I said, this much should make 2 bars. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna let this sit. If you make this at nighttime, you can let it just sit overnight, but it only really takes a couple hours to harden up, and then you'll be able to pop them out of the mold. I have a couple here that I did earlier this morning, and this is with the chamomile flowers. You can see it just pops out so nicely, and look how pretty this looks. It totally looks like a homemade, nice, customized soap bar. It's really soft and moisturizing, great for the skin, and I just love how pretty these look. With these chamomile flowers, this also adds a little bit of exfoliation to the soap bar, which is nice. You can also make a coffee soap bar by adding in some coffee grinds or whole beans even on the top for decoration. You could also add in oatmeal to make it great for skin irritations, and again, add in some of that exfoliating properties. So there are so many different ways to make these, and I just think they look beautiful. This with maybe a little bottle of essential oil would make like the best little Mother's Day gift or Christmas gift or a birthday gift for a friend, or heck, they would make a great thing for yourself just to make and have around, so whenever you go to take a bath, you have a nice pretty soap bar. And I love that it's all natural and they are so simple to whip up and that they look so pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Right down in the description below, I have a link to my blog post all about these soap bars, where I have detailed instructions listed out in case you want to go back and reread them. And I also have, there's options for all of the different soap bases linked on where to get them from if you want to try different one other than the shea butter. Also on that post, I have a few different soap bar recipes using the honey lavender and a chamomile and also an oatmeal one, so you guys can see some different ideas if you want to see that. Be sure to check out some of my free ebooks that I have down there too. So if you're new, be sure to check out all of those resources. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every week on essential oil education, natural remedies, and healthy recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by our early house.